Z.
Jack.
I'm dreaming of
Of
a
a
white
white
Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Every time I sing that song or I listen to that song or I hear that song, when it gets to sleigh bells in the snow, I think of the Home Alone scene. The snow. Ah! Because that's the song he's singing when he stings his face.
Okay, so that's pretty good actually. I can't think of a way to describe how I felt about that actually. Yeah, I don't know.
Time,
Yeah,
Christmas time brings some absolute bangers, absolute classics. But I'm not one of the weirdos. My grandfather, mailman for 30 plus years, said starting in July he'd be cruising around in the mail truck to Christmas tunes. What are we talking about? And I was like, could you at least, is it like Joy to the World? Because at least that song is just, it's related to Christmas, but it's mostly about, joy to the world, the Lord, that shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I'll be jamming to Let It Snow, Let It And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's July.
Look, it's July. He's hot. He wants it to be cooler for him. I can sympathize working at FedEx, dude. Though I never really played Christmas music unironically, I guess. But I did do it ironically, leaving the terminal. I just turn on the speakers to this truck, blast out some
See, there's two times I listened to. I gave you a dead stare because, of course, that's the fucking song.
Yeah.
God. No, there's two times where I unironically listen to Christmas music, and that's when I'm doing Christmas decorations and actual Christmas festivities, opening presents, the Christmas Eve stuff. That makes sense to me. But in the car, when they have that station playing Christmas music 24/7, I turn it off.
Yeah, no.
Away from that.
Trust me, it's horrible being at work. I work in the cooler.
That's the one thing I don't miss working in retail.
I work in the cooler, and my cooler specifically has this speaker in it that plays extremely loudly for no reason at all. Like, I've asked to get it, either turned off or turned down, and my manager literally said there's no way for us to do that.
So I looked up this real quick because you bringing up All I Want for Christmas Is You. The joke is, that's played 24/7 during Christmas. And it is.
Yeah.
Golly, that song is played so much. And it makes you wonder how much money that chick, Mariah Carey's made off of that song.
Let me tell you,
I'll let you have a guess.
Mariah Carey has a strong hold on Christmas for that song.
A little monopoly on Christmas, sure.
Yes. And I know royalties are a thing. As much as that song gets played, she's probably raking in at least a couple $100 million, like every Christmas.
No.
Really?
Unfortunately. Not 100 mil.
Really?
All I Want for Christmas has pulled in at least 80 million in royalties.
Overall?
Overall.
That's a lot lower than I thought.
So apparently the breakdown, and this is from the AI overview on Google, so who knows?
Okay.
1994 to 2016, Carey earned 60 million. 2021, 12.5 million. And 2024, in total, she's made at least $80 million in royalties. That feels low. It feels low for a song that is now 30 years old.
Yeah. Also, damn.
That's a lot of money off of one fucking song. That's more money than a lot of artists have made in their entire career.
Yeah, that honestly, it's okay. It's high, I get it, but also it just feels too low for that song.
Don't want a lot for Christmas.
Please don't. I know I started.
Wasn't there? Isn't that a cover? Am I tripping?
All I Want for Christmas?
Yeah.
I don't know. We can find out.
If it is, I mean, that person's got to be making. Holy shit.
Let's see.
But no.
Oh, go for it.
In terms of Christmas music, there's actually one song that I cannot believe that I love Well, I don't love it, but it's at the end of one of my favorite Christmas movies, and it's one of the boy bands of the late 90s and 2000s where it's just Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays. It's very gay.
I've never heard of it.
It's a gay little tune.
I mean, I've been hearing a lot more Michael or Jackson 5, I guess. Santa Claus is coming to town.
See, I haven't heard that since I was a kid.
I heard that yesterday.
Well, yeah, you work in retail.
Yeah, it sucks.
The only possible way I can hear Christmas music right now is if I turn on that radio station or I intentionally look out for Christmas music.
I've heard it on repeat the last week now, so
no.
I'm getting tired of it.
Do you remember some Christmas specials of some shows growing up?
Christmas special of shows.
Any stick out?
None really stick out. I guess I kind of just merged them all into one thing. Because I've seen like Tom and Jerry. They've had a few Christmas specials. Of course, Charlie Brown's Christmas specials. But I mean, I guess the best one would probably be the Peanuts one. Charlie Brown.
What sent me into a nostalgic, memories kind of thing?
What?
I was thinking about this on the way home from work a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you remember Fa La La Days at Disney Channel?
Yeah.
Disney Channel did the Spooktober, and they did the Fa La La Days.
Yeah.
Whatever theme it was for the summer. But I pictured the Disney Channel logo, the old one, not this new dumb shit one. The old one with snow on top of it, with ornaments hanging off of it. And I was like,
Why you gotta make that noise? Why do you gotta moan?
Disney Channel.
I don't. Feds, he's right here.
Child actors that eventually do drugs, hoping to regain their childhood. I don't know if they ever sentence together. I shouldn't put that sentence together. We shouldn't do that.
No.
No, but Christmas specials, that's how you knew the holidays were around as a kid. The Christmas specials, the little Christmas parties at school. I never did any Advent calendars though.
I didn't either.
No?
No.
We had one, but they would always be empty. My family's fat ass.
I think at work I just saw a cheese Advent calendar.
I will say my favorite Christmas special probably is the Family Guy where Stewie goes and kills Santa Claus. Or he goes to try to kill Santa Claus because he was shorted by the mall Santa. And he gets there and Santa Claus just opens the door and he puts the shotgun in his mouth. Said, yes, please put me out. Okay.
Well, I've come back to you after some research here. Turns out Mariah Carey's song is not a cover.
No, what the fuck was I thinking about then?
I couldn't tell you.
But, TV shows, music, we're more movie guys anyway.
Yeah.
Give me some Christmas. Actually, put a little pin in that because I have a statement, right?
Okay.
So every year, my family watches the same movie. Every single year.
Before you say which movie it is, can I take a guess?
Sure, I'll give you 3 guesses.
Is it The Grinch?
No.
Oh. Never mind then. What's that one movie that's called a Christmas movie, but it's not a Christmas movie? It just came out on Christmas. Yeah, Die Hard? Is it Die Hard? No? Okay. Is it...
It's a popular one, and it is very popular amongst white suburban families.
That's what I said. Grinch. Very popular amongst white suburban families.
You can have a couple hints if you want it. Those of you playing at home can play along.
Is it Fred Claus?
No, I've never seen Fred Claus.
All right, then I don't know.
It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Every single year.
Don't think I've heard of that movie.
You've never heard of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
No.
All right, we'll see about this if it's in this list. Chevy Chase plays Clark Griswold, and he's basically just trying to throw his family the perfect Christmas, right?
Okay.
And it's supposed to be a comedy. The first time I watched it, it was all right?
Okay.
But it is going on over a decade watching this movie every single year, multiple times, because each sector of my family likes that movie. So I see it 3-4 times a year. And let me tell you something, Z. The jokes are fucking old. And it's not like it has these little things in it where you can pick up on something every time you watch it. No, same jokes every year. And not only is it the same jokes every year, I guarantee you if I go up to my dad's and watch it with him, he's going to be dying laughing at most of them. How? Well, I'm all for tradition. How do you watch the same fucking movie for the past 30 years?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I mean, hey, at least they still find enjoyment in it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not hating on that. I'm just like, the dying laughing? Like, I'll watch it. I might watch it in 5 years and be like, you know.
I mean, I've had experiences where I will watch something and then I will rewatch it and still die of laughter at the exact same thing.
It has to. I can do that with a new movie first like 3 times watching it, maybe. But past that, when you know what jokes are going to be what, and you're like, the first couple times I watched Deadpool, I was on the floor. Now when I watch Deadpool, I'm still like, But, you know.
I mean, yeah, I can understand that. I don't think I've ever had a movie especially where I've just gone back and still died laughing after a certain amount of times.
Even with regular movies, I'm not a big rewatching guy.
I can be, but I guess it depends on the movie, really.
It has to be a really good movie for me to... Like, I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, it's good on my first watch, but every time I'm like, maybe I could... no.
I don't think I've had a movie in recent memory that I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to watch this again. I mean, every now and again, I guess Lion King comes back up, and it's just like, yeah, I'll watch it again.
I can watch Remember the Titans for the rest of my life. I could watch A Princess Bride for the rest of my life. But even with some of my top 5 movies, I mentioned The Thing. Mm-hmm. I watched The Thing, and it's so good on your first watch. But your second watch, since you already know everything that happens, like, you could probably pick up on some little things, but you're still like, yeah, let's just get to this part.
Yeah. Let's just skip to my favorite part. I guess one movie, in recent times that I could just go back and rewatch, and I guess I have, would be The Batman.
I'm not going to lie. So I told my story with The Batman before. The first time I watched it, I thought it was overhyped. I thought it was overrated. The second time I watched it, I don't know if I was just paying more attention or what happened, but I came on this podcast and I was like, oh yeah, no, that's probably the greatest Batman movie ever made. And now every time I open up Max on my phone, on my PlayStation, on the Roku, on whatever, I'm like, I kind of want to watch Batman.
Yeah, I mean, I saw like recently, before we get too far off topic, I just saw recently like a clip and was just like, yeah, I want to watch that movie again.
I guess rewatching movies for me, I guess I just like, I don't like predictability. Like predictability can be a detriment to a lot of things I watch. Mm-hmm. And especially if it's a comedy. Like if there is a point where I watch a comedy too many times.
And it stops being funny. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess I know there's 2 sides to that coin, but for me, rewatching a movie, it really has to hit. And it has to hit hard for me to be like, I'll rewatch that a couple times.
I guess I just came up with an example as like a similarity, like a You and the Thing. I can't rewatch The Prestige because I know all the like the tricks that are going to happen and stuff. Like all the wonder, I guess, would be gone. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah. But we watch that every year. But if you were to say, like, Jackie, what's your favorite Christmas movie? What Christmas movie are you like, I'm down to watch every single year? You want to take a little crack at it? You want to take a little guess?
Sure.
I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
It's an old one.
Damn. I'm so bad with remembering movie names, and I don't think I've seen too many old ones. And it is a Christmas movie, right? Like specifically Christmas.
It is known as a Christmas movie. We can have a little debate if you've seen it, whether or not it's a Christmas movie, but it's known as a Christmas movie.
I guess we'll have to know after I hear what it is, but let's take a guess first. I'm going to say Home Alone?
No, it is way older than Home Alone. Like
Damn.
50 years older than Home Alone.
Okay, then what is it?
It's a Wonderful Life.
You told me that.
Yeah.
You've told me that before.
Yeah, I think when we talked about, I think when we did the movies, the very first film episode we did, It's a Wonderful Life. It works for me because it can be classified as a Christmas movie, but I can watch it all year and it still has the same message. I love It's a Wonderful Life. Have you ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
I haven't.
My grandfather showed it to me because, of course, it was my grandfather who showed it to me. And basically this dude, to give you a small plot synopsis, this dude grows up and he has these big dreams of traveling the world and building. He wants to be an architect and yada, yada, yada. Something happens where he has to stay in a small town. And then he only knew, like, he thought that, you know, he wasn't going to get married. He thought he was going to be this adventurer and whatever. And he thought, okay, I'm going to stay here for 4 years. Well, that falls apart. He has to stay longer. And he ends up spending the rest of his life in this little town. He ends up getting married with a fuck ton of kids. Like, they start popping out. It's not like 1800s farmers in the middle of Kansas amount of kids. But it's like 4 or 5 kids, right?
Okay, that's not too bad. Way more than I'd have, but...
But it follows his descent into sorrow and depression because his life didn't turn out the way he wants to. He's reoccurring debt, yada, yada, yada. And then an angel comes down and shows him what the world would look like without him because he ends up trying to commit suicide.
Okay.
And just like, it's a very great message. It's a very good character piece, I guess, if you want to call it. It's a really, really good movie. If you've never seen it, go watch It's a Wonderful Life.
I think I may have looked up the poster for it before, but I don't think I actually got as far as watching the movie, I guess.
Yeah. One thing in that, and I kind of want to make this little statement here. I don't want to be the capitalism guy, but my grandfather showed me this movie, okay? My grandfather's a staunch, defender of capitalism, right? And I'm not saying I'm totally against capitalism, but we grow up with movies like It's a Wonderful Life, where the main villain is this evil, greedy capitalist pig who's running everybody out of business and trying to buy off the competition.
Yeah.
And it's so obvious he's doing shady shit to accomplish this. And it's a message that, hey, all the corporations, it's headed by these people.
Yeah.
And every time that character is in a movie, we've been growing, generations have grown up with this message, and it's still way over their head. What happened? Why are we doing that?
That message now is finally getting to people's heads, but I don't know about recent years, I guess.
I would touch on that, but I don't want to get too current event with this.
Yeah, no, let's stay away from that one.
Yeah,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's interesting. We might talk about that after Christmas. But
yeah.
I was going somewhere.
I don't know.
We were heading down that road
of greedy capitalism.
But we also grew up with 2 movies I grew up with. Ernest Goes to Camp. Have you ever seen it?
Possibly.
Hilarious movie. Ernest Goes to Jail was better. Ernest Goes Back to School, underrated. Ernest Saves Christmas, hey, on the Christmas thing, also underrated. But Ernest goes to camp, and something like Three Ninjas, one of the Three Ninjas movies I watched growing up, they both dealt with like reservation land or Native American land being taken and them sent on reservations, and even those reservations continually being fucked with. And again, we grew up with this media, and you still have people that's why, and I guess the point I'm making is like when people say, oh, media is brainwashing you, obviously it can't. It can't is a strong statement. But
I agree. I've seen media brings violence, this and that, and I honestly have yet to really see it, I guess. Like, there's always been a few examples, but also the vast majority of people just straight over their head.
Way over their head. Media literacy?
Especially now.
And I'm not an art guy, and I'm saying that, all right? So suck my dick. But coming full circle.
All right.
If you were to ask me, like, any Christmas movie to watch, my first answer would be It's a Wonderful Life. And if you say, I don't really want to watch that, what else? I don't really care. Like, it's not like I don't like Christmas movies, but It's a Wonderful Life is so much better than the rest of them, in my opinion, that, you know, I know you probably have a different opinion, but yeah.
I mean, I've said this before. I don't know if I said this on the pod, but I don't really have much an opinion of Christmas movies because I tend to lump them all into one big sphere, I guess. And it's Hallmark's fault for sure, but that's another, I guess that could be this thing. But also, I did have like a list of like top Christmas movies, and a lot of them I haven't seen in some years because I just don't watch Christmas movies, I guess.
Yeah. Me and the lady have kind of fallen into tradition of doing more Christmas stuff this year. I guess we're kind of feeling, you know, by the time we're 30, I legit looked at her. I was like, do you want to watch a Hallmark Christmas movie? And she was like, really? And I was like, I never thought in my life that you would ever contemplate that. Like, her favorite Christmas movie, by the way, is A Nightmare Before Christmas. And she looked at me and she was like, yeah, I want to watch a Hallmark Christmas. What? What? I never thought you'd be down for that.
I used to sit there and watch Hallmark movies with my grandma, like especially during the Christmas time because I'd always be at their house. But man, after you see the same movie 10 times, you just kind of don't want to see it anymore, and that's all of Hallmark movies pretty much.
I watch a lot of like video commentaries over Hallmark Christmas movies. Never really delved into it because, as you said, it's kind of the same thing where it's just a half-baked rom-com that's set during Christmas.
Yep.
And maybe it has the family value lesson or whatever, but I sat down and went to my grandparents' house, and my grandmother was watching a Hallmark Christmas movie, and I watched it, and yeah, it gives you a little warm feeling when everything good is falling into place for the characters. You're like, you know, that's kind of not realistic. Fuck everything and they stand for. Why can't that shit happen to me?
I feel like you're in my head, but you know.
You know, actually, I think Hallmark Christmas movies are good. We're just spiteful, broke cunts right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you found love and you got that promotion and that shitty coworker was fired and
good
you got
for
a
fucking
raise.
you.
Oh my god.
I hope you're happy with your life.
How about go die?
I think like my list of like Christmas movies, I guess, is more so like nostalgia based than anything because that's the most of when I watched them and when I really enjoyed them. Because I mean, Polar Express is on my fucking list, and that still a good movie.
Me and the lady, I will admit, at random points during the year, if we hear Hot Chocolate, we'll start singing the song. Here we only got one rule. Never ever let it cool.
Every now and again, I've had this issue of just the Polar Express, just randomly.
No, it's a solid movie. It's a solid pick. And for the love of Christ, I hope they never do a live action remake. Now that I'm saying it, oh my God.
I really hope not. That would take that movie into in the shitter real fast.
But no, Polar Express was usually on the rotation. I guess I don't like being told this is what we should be watching. Like in December every year, my family loved to do movies, or at least at my dad's house, every night we watched a movie together. Mm. And during December, if we didn't pick anything, if we picked outside of a Christmas movie, it'd be automatically no. It's December. Watch a Christmas movie. Go fuck yourself. I want to watch Fast and Furious or something.
I mean, yeah, I would hate to have a list of what movies I could and couldn't watch, really. If we're watching a movie every night, we might as well just watch whatever movie we want to watch. We don't have to stick to Christmas. Sure, there are some good Christmas movies, but damn, not every day.
No. But, so, two things I want to get into before the little game that we came up with. All right?
Okay.
Maybe we should have had this argument before we talked about it. But in your opinion, there's a lot of debate on what's a Christmas movie, what's not a Christmas movie. In your opinion, what is the definition of a Christmas movie?
My definition of a Christmas movie, I don't fucking know.
It's a hard question to answer.
Yeah.
And for those of you at home, tweet at us, comment on the TikToks, the YouTube videos right now. Let us know your definition.
Let us know your definition and tell me how dumb I am for what I'm about to say. My definition of a Christmas movie would probably more likely align with it takes place during Christmas or was released around Christmas.
That's it?
The second characteristic is much more loose because like I think Harry Potter released around Christmas, like a bunch of their movies, and they show up today as Christmas movies.
Yeah,
and I don't think
tangent. Quick little side tangent. I was scrolling through Christmas movies and all the Harry Potters started popping up.
Yep.
When a couple months ago, I asked you, hey, is Harry Potter a Halloween movie? Because when I was looking for Halloween movies, all the Harry Potter movies were, what is going on with that?
I think when you asked me that, I looked it up and saw that most of them were released around November, I think. So I guess it could go either way.
I guess they're both? Like, what?
Not all of them, because I'm pretty sure there was one released in July. So there's definitely some inconsistencies, but I think that's what's happening there.
Okay. I mean, I would consider them, I guess they have a fall vibe to them.
They would be more Halloween than Christmas for me.
Yeah, but continue.
But yeah, that second characteristic, like for that reason, is more loose because I hate to say it, but I don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
See, that's a big argument in my family, and I never thought anybody take it seriously, but apparently people do take it seriously.
Yeah, they do.
I pulled up a list, and what we're about to do is this top 23 Christmas movies. I only went to the top 10, but Die Hard is number like 16.
Yeah.
14, 15. Yeah, Die Hard is 16 on Entertainment Weekly's top 23 Christmas movies of all time.
I've seen that website like 2 days ago.
Listen. Okay. So, I don't have a hard set criteria because, as I said, It's a Wonderful Life, the rest of the Christmas movies. So, take my opinion how you will, but I think in order for you to have a legitimate Christmas movie, it has to take place during Christmas. Whether that's the entire month of December, that's a week or two leading up, or Christmas Day itself, got to take place during Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It has to have, well, okay, and when you think of like lessons, themes, whatever, Christmas is about family. It's about family values. It's about getting together with your family and sharing those moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, it's Jesus' birthday, and so whatever. As a baseline, family values. So I think if it takes place during Christmas and has a strong family theme, It's a Christmas movie, in my opinion. Now, you do have the outliers of like, well, this one is just about Santa Claus struggling to get around the world. This one is about, Christmas characters that are struggling. I'm all for that. And I think those are the outliers. But baseline takes place during Christmas, strong family values. And then someone will come around here and say, well, John McCain is trying to get his wife back in Die Hard. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Does Die Hard take place during Christmas? Because I never did actually watch the movie. I know it released around Christmas, didn't it?
Yeah, the reason he's in the building is because he's at an office Christmas party.
Ah, okay.
So maybe it doesn't take place on Christmas, but office parties usually takes place a week or two before Christmas. So
yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. Somewhat.
To be honest, if you were to say, whatever, but It's a Wonderful Life. It's why I kind of argue that it might not be a Christmas movie. The end of the movie takes place during Christmas. The last 20 minutes of it takes place during Christmas. It does have that strong family sub theme. It's not really the main theme of the movie. So you could call It's a Wonderful Life a Christmas movie, but it has enough in there to where you could watch it year round. And if someone said, "Yo, yeah, It's a Wonderful Life is a Christmas movie," people who don't know that will be like, "Okay, I guess so."
I mean, even judging by its name, it does kind of have if it's around Christmas, you could tie it in pretty well.
Yeah.
Or relate it to Christmas, I guess.
Well, let's get through this top 10 Christmas movies according to Entertainment Weekly.
It's game time, fellas.
I'll send you the link so maybe you could, flash up screenshots or whatever.
Heard that.
So number 10, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 1964. Let me tell you, most overrated Christmas movie of all time. Up there with one of the most overrated Christmas movies of all time.
I don't know if I've actually seen the 1964 Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You for sure. It's about where he gets with the elf that's a dentist. Like, the elf wants to be a dentist.
Yeah, I have
Rudolph's
seen that.
origin
Yeah.
story.
Okay, yeah.
It popped again along with Christmas Vacation. This every year on the TV. Every single year.
Every year. I watched that in elementary school.
I did not like it a single time I watched it. And let me tell you something. Number 11 is Home Alone. This movie is not better than Home Alone. This movie is not better than Home Alone.
I think it's probably the nostalgia factor that's getting that, because I remember, like you said, you've seen this movie so many times as compared to Home Alone. How many times have you seen that? Yeah. Also a lot, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Home Alone was a yearly thing. Yeah. But Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, multiple times. You watched it in school. You watched it with every member of your family.
Yep. So I'd imagine that's what ranked it higher than Home Alone, especially. I do remember seeing this, and I know I didn't like it because I was one of those new-aged kids, I'll call it. One interested in tech, and I did not like stop motion. That was my whole issue. But
I'm not a big stop motion guy anyway.
It's an alright movie for a kid.
Yeah, it's just like everybody's like, "Oh, it's one of the best. It's one of the necessaries. It's top 10. It's not top 10. It's not top 10.
I don't know about top 10.
Number 9, The Year Without a Santa Claus. I've never seen this.
I've
1974.
Never seen that either.
Never seen it. Number 8. Okay, I'm kind of liking it.
It's a Christmas. It's a Christmas movie.
I should argue that it may need to be higher. We'll see. It's The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Ah, okay.
I fuck with The Muppet Christmas Carol.
I do too. It's pretty good.
It's funny. It has a warm message, right? Michael Caine as Scrooge is phenomenal.
I'd say Muppets usually have a pretty warm message.
Muppets hit normally a Muppets movie hits.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah.
But this was actually another one where I watched every single year growing up, but I never got sick of it.
I don't think
really
I've
didn't.
watched it too many times. I know I've seen it a good 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Michael Caine. That's how he talks. Bruce Wayne. That was actually a fire Michael Caine. I'll do that off the cuff.
I'll leave the comments for that one.
So I got to move my mouth. Like it's just getting worse. We're gonna move on. Number 7, Bad Santa. I've never seen Bad Santa.
That
Billy Bob Thornton.
Sounds familiar. I know I have not seen that one. Yes, I have. Yeah, I remember the.
All right, then you can give a little synopsis of this.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you a synopsis because it's been so many years since I've seen it. I just know I have.
Oh, it looks like he's doing heists.
Holiday Con. Willie T. Stokes, Billy Bob Thornton. That's his character, at least. Yeah, they're pulling off a Christmas con in the mall, posing as Santa and his elf. What a movie!
I might watch that. I've never seen it though. Number 6, Love Actually.
I've heard of that movie. I have not seen that movie.
All right. Top 5. Number 5. The original How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Am I mad at this?
I think I am. But also, I haven't seen that one. I just know my How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And,
Jim Carrey?
Yeah. I really liked that movie.
Yeah, I do too. Top 5, man. Over like Home Alone, over The Muppets Christmas Carol. Like, it's fine. It's not one of those movies where if someone put it on, I'll be like, But, come on. Put on the Jim Carrey one.
I think I would put it over Home Alone.
Really?
I guess in my personal opinion, I enjoyed watching that. Don't get me wrong. I do like Home Alone. It's in my top movie list right now. And so is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But I just enjoyed it better, I guess. When I first watched Home Alone, I don't think I really got what was going on in that movie. As I probably wasn't paying attention or something, but I was immediately tuned into How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Okay.
I'm not too upset with it, but moving on. Number 4, you'll be hyped about this one. Elf.
Hey.
Will Ferrell.
Yes, sir.
Getting a little peekaboo action.
I gotta say,
on the throne of lies.
That movie was fantastic.
Elf is not a yearly watch for me.
No.
But when I do watch it, I'm like, okay, it's probably like prime Will Ferrell when Will Ferrell was really killing it.
Yeah.
It's got a nice message. It is funny.
Let's say it's like Back to Your Dad watching that other movie. I already forgot what it was called, but I could watch it and be like, that's still hilarious.
Yeah, so Elf being top 4, though.
I don't know about top 4, but I mean, cool that it made it up that high.
Yeah. Number 3, A Charlie Brown Christmas.
I got tired of watching that movie really quickly.
This is my grandfather's favorite Christmas thing. He watches it every year, right? It's okay. Like, I'm not gonna shit on it, but over the How the Grinch Stole Christmas, over Elf, over some of the other things Muppets Christmas Carol, I don't know about that.
I think I just contradicted myself because I think earlier in this podcast I said that I really liked Charlie Brown Christmas.
I mean, you did, but you also you can still like it and think it was overplayed.
Yeah.
Both can be true.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Number 2. Oh my God. A Christmas Story. No. Top 3. Get the fuck out of here. No. Top 3. Not only top 3, number 2, Silver Medal. Really? No. And I'm not even hating on it that much. It's fine. But
it's an okay movie, but not top 10 in my opinion.
Dude, take the rose-colored glasses off. What are we talking about? Top 3?
I don't agree with that one.
Oh my God. number one, It's a Wonderful Life is number one, which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at.
I feel like there was some subconscious bias whenever he picked out which list he was going to use, but
No, I just opened this one because
figured
all the others were top 100, and I was like, no. Unless you want me to scroll through that and get to the top 10 and see, like, compare lists.
I'll look it up. I got you. Top Christmas movies. Let's see. IMDb, top 100 of all time.
Yep, that's what I just looked at. Oh, and
It's a Wonderful Life. What's number 2?
Die Hard is at number 2. What?
Hey, at least this one puts Home Alone at number 4 and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at 5. So it's got something going for it, I guess.
And look,
Christmas Story is 7.
Is at 6. Yo, fuck this list. Fuck that list. Go to Rotten Tomatoes. What is Rotten Tomatoes like?
Oh, I have definitely not seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Meet Me in St. What the fuck? Dude, so Rotten Tomatoes, the first 3. You ready for this?
All right.
Meet Me in St. Louis. Never heard of it. The Shop Around the Corner. Never heard of it. The Holdovers. Never heard of it. Tangerine. Never heard of it.
For a 2015
Miracle on
movie,
34th Street. I may have watched one time. Little Woman and Nightmare Before Christmas is at 7.
I think Rotten Tomatoes, actually, I don't even think we really should have gone to Rotten Tomatoes for that, because these movies are rated 100% on the, what is that, crowd score?
Both. So it's very high on both the crowd and audience score. Pretty sure that's how they ranked them.
Yeah, so
maybe I was just put on game to some Christmas movies I should watch. I don't know, though. Meet Me in St. Louis. Hey, baby, let's sit down and let's watch 1943. Meet Me in St. Louis.
I mean, hey, but back to Christmas specials. Number 12, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
What? I didn't get that far down. What?
Yep. It's got a 94% critic rating, 81% audience score.
Okay. Have you heard of the Star Wars Holiday Special?
I think I saw that. Oh, here it is. Wait, no. That is not it.
It's not going to be on that list.
No. I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
I don't like to promote JonTron anymore because of the person he is. Mm-hmm. But he does have a episode covering Star Wars, a holiday special, and it's pretty funny because it follows Chewbacca's family. So 90% of the dialogue is
That's what I was waiting on. Are there at least subtitles?
Well, a lot of it, you also see Luke Skywalker, you see Han, you see the Empire, you see a lot of Star Wars things outside of Chewbacca. Mm-hmm. But no, not to my knowledge.
All right, I guess.
All right, but let's talk about Christmas movies. I developed this little quiz.
Before you get into that, I just sent something on Discord that shows Elf being number 26 on the Rotten Tomatoes score.
26,
top
barely
Christmas
making
movies.
the top 30. Huh?
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes has never liked Will Ferrell, though. Like, most Will Ferrell movies on there are not ranked good.
I guess that's probably fair.
Okay. So, to describe this little trivia game to the audience out there, if you've ever seen on YouTube, there's a game called Netflix and Chill. It's kind of the same thing. I know that's a meme of like, but Smosh did this a couple times where you basically take a movie. Mm-hmm. You know how on every streaming service, the movie has the little synopsis below it.
Yeah.
Well, you take that and you put it in your own words. Now, I didn't really go off a baseline and outside of one or two of these. I kind of just, these are all movies that I've seen. So I was like, okay, how do I spin this in my own words? And I kind of love what I did. I kind of love what I came up with.
I'm a little scared because you have watched a lot more movies than I have, even though I say I love movies, but I feel like you also retain a lot more knowledge about them than I would.
So I have 11 movies. Okay.
All right.
Do you want me to do just the ones that I, either know you've seen or think you have seen, or do you want me to just go through it?
Start with the ones you think I've seen or know I've seen. We'll go from there. Make it easy to hard, I guess.
All right. So, ladies and boys and girls, play at home. Let us know your score down below. Maybe you'll have a little graphic of Z's score. Again, I have 11, and we'll try to get through these before the hour is up.
All right.
Now, I'm choosing to decide between... Yeah, we'll start with this one because we didn't really mention it. Well, here we go.
All right.
A group of kids completely ignore their parents' lessons of stranger danger for a chance of getting the very first present on Christmas.
That's Home Alone.
No.
It's not Home Alone.
It's not
Didn't he do the exact same thing?
No, not even close. I don't
He got the
understand.
check from the guy. No. I think I might be mixing up movies here. Anyways.
I'll give you 2 hints towards it.
All right.
And you can ask them in yes or no questions.
Okay. So you said we've already mentioned this before. It's I'm taking that. Was it you that brought it up?
No.
Okay, so
I'm trying to keep it within yes or no. I was about to give a full explanation.
A group of kids. Fucking Polar Express.
Yeah, hey, he got it. Yeah.
That was for some reason. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that the last part would be hard because does anyone actually remember that the whole reason they're going to the Polar Express is for Santa to give the very first present of Christmas?
Yeah, I forgot about that part actually.
So yeah, I'm gonna do this at my Christmas Eve, family Christmas Eve thing. So I might tweak these based on.
All right.
I'm gonna do another one. There is one that's gonna be obvious, but I'll save that for a little bit. Or that one's gonna be obvious too. Let's see.
I did say easy to hard, so.
You did say easy to hard. Well, these 2 are gonna be stupid easy. So let's get you on a roll, right?
Okay.
A Halloween God King gets bored of his life and decides the only way to fix it is kidnapping another God King and taking his place and control over his realm.
Is it The Nightmare Before Christmas?
That is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
All right.
Ooh.
I'm glad I somewhat remembered the synopsis of that movie.
Is Jack Skellington a God King? Is he a god? Is he a king? Is he... You do have the mayor of Halloween Town.
What's a god to a king?
What's a god to a king? What's a king? What? What's a god to a non-believer?
Don't copyright
we love
that.
Jews. We love Jews. We don't align ourselves with those thoughts. All right. You ready for the next one? You're 2-0.
All right. Let's get it.
An illegal immigrant makes his mark on the big city, showing the residents the true meaning of love, joy, and well, Christmas.
Elf.
That is Elf. He is illegal. He didn't sign the proper papers. He don't got his green card.
He's not illegal.
He is illegal. What are you talking about? He gets there. No. What's his immigration status?
Wasn't he adopted?
He was adopted, but they don't give a fuck.
He was adopted from the U.S.
Okay, he was kidnapped from the U.S.
Yes.
Technically.
That.
I mean, it was his fault, but he was kidnapped.
Yeah.
But if you're telling me he shows up in America and they're like, all right, prove your residency, he can't do it.
I mean, he couldn't, but they could look him up, I guess.
I guess technically he's not an immigrant. What is the laws when it comes to that?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right. A fuzzy social outcast learns to not be so uptight only after dressing as Saint Nick and robbing his town blind.
Oh, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
That is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Love that. Love it. Love it. Cooking with it. All right. I think that is it for the obvious ones.
All right. How many is that? 3? 4.
4. You got Polar Express, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, A Nightmare Before Christmas, and Elf.
All right.
All right. So I'm choosing between 2 of them, and I think I'll go with this one. A young H.H. Holmes decides that for Christmas, he wants to play with two oddly wet criminals.
Home Alone.
That is Home Alone. Hey, how you doing? That was kind of obvious as well. But
the oddly wet criminals part, I forgot that they got wet at some point in time in that. But
oh, no, that's a reference to them calling themselves the Wet Bandits.
Oh.
Yeah. And do you know what I mean by a young H.H. Holmes?
No.
Okay, Google it. You still got it without knowing that reference. I'm proud of you.
Well, the two bandits part really sealed it because I was like, yeah, it's Home Alone.
Despite the holidays, a local boy is feeling very down. He visits a friend who tells him that directing the group's annual play will cheer him up.
Say that again?
Despite the holidays, a local boy is feeling very down. He visits a friend who tells him that directing the group's annual play will cheer him up.
Directing the group's annual play.
Again, you get 2 hints. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, you can play along at home.
First off, I looked up H.H. Holmes. Damn. Second, let's see. What can I even ask as a hint for that? What was the play called? That's not a yes or no answer.
And I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I was going to say probably give away the movie. Well, shit. Directing a fucking play.
Yeah.
Who is that? Charlie Brown?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It is Charlie Brown. What a pull!
Okay.
What a pull! I'm telling you right now, I had no fucking idea the plot of A Charlie Brown Christmas. I had to read the synopsis.
That's the part. I was just like, group of kids feeling down. I don't know. So I pulled that out of my ass, I guess.
Dude, the only thing I remember from A Charlie Brown Christmas is Snoopy's whole thing of like dressing up the doghouse with his little bird friend. I remember a sad tree. Outside of that, I don't remember
much about that movie.
Okay. Local spiteful capitalist learns empathy by seeing how his employee truly lives and that he's going to die one day.
This is not a hint, but is this... No, I guess it would probably be a hint. Is this one that you think I might know? Or might have seen? Shit. Okay, give me the rundown again.
Local spiteful capitalist learns empathy by seeing how his employee truly lives and that he's going to die one day.
And it's a Christmas movie, so the Lorax is out of the question.
Yeah, my favorite Christmas movie, The Lorax.
Yeah, you know
I speak for the trees. I don't know why I made him sound like that. I speak for the trees. Like he's on crack or something.
Just scratching his arm. Spiteful capitalist. Annie's not a Christmas movie, is it? I know it takes place in the winter, doesn't it?
Maybe.
Sees how his employees lives and knows that he's going to die someday.
Employee. What's going through your head?
I'm trying to think of how many movies I've seen that are Christmas related and have a manager and employee style theme, I guess.
I'll give
and that number's bringing up 0 right now.
I'll give a quick hint. It was in the top 10 Christmas movies off the list we just read, that we just went through.
Okay. Was it the top 10? Okay, let me get back through that list then. Let's see.
It's there. It's right there.
I think so. The issue is, that's where I stopped remembering which movie was there.
What number did you get to?
I think 5.
Well, you passed it.
Oh, okay. I'll take that as hint number 2 since you just gave that one to me.
My fault.
Okay, so I passed it at number 5. In that case,
You got it.
couldn't be It's a Wonderful Life. I haven't seen it. Couldn't be How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Already said that one.
Already said it.
And I was only thinking employee living part being the dog, but that really doesn't even tie into the theme at all. So, I'm thinking 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you were going 1 to 5.
Yeah.
I thought you were going 10 to 5. Then you
Okay.
didn't pass it.
Okay. Damn, that makes it harder then.
All right. I'm going to have to put you on a timer.
Yeah, okay. I think I might have to give that one.
All right. A Christmas Carol.
That's why.
Yep.
It's been
think-
so long since I've seen that movie.
The Ghost of Christmas Present takes him to see how his main employee is living. And then the Ghost of Christmas Future shows him his grave. And he's like, no, God, no.
I remember that now, yeah.
All right,
Cool.
these other 3 you have not seen. So 2
All
you've
right.
told me you haven't seen. 1 we did not talk about in the slightest. So we're just doing these for fun. All right.
All right.
We'll get this one out of the way. An interesting look in how bad individualism is. This couple decides to have the audacity to skip out on the holiday festivities and go on a vacation.
Christmas Vacation?
No.
That's a movie, isn't it?
I love the fact that that's the first Christmas movie I brought up. You didn't know the title, and then you forgot the title later in the episode, and we just brought it back to you saying, is that even a Christmas movie?
It's the National Lampoony, whatever it was called. That one.
That is a Christmas movie. It's not the right answer.
That's not the right answer. Okay. Damn.
All right, I'll give you a hint. Tim Allen.
Fuck. Damn, Tim Allen. Besides going on vacation, instead of celebrating Christmas at home.
Yeah, I doubt you've seen this.
Yeah, go ahead and I give that one. Go ahead.
Christmas with the Cranks.
No, have not seen that.
All right. After murdering Father Christmas, a man and his son take his place in the jolliest form of identity fraud.
Is that not Fred Claus?
I've
no,
never seen
that's,
Fred Claus.
I know this movie, but I cannot think of the name of it. Because he scared Santa and he fell off the roof.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that a great synopsis? I fuck with that one.
That's pretty good.
Because they gotta kill him. I mean, it's at least manslaughter.
It's I don't know. It's kind of Santa was
Maybe.
up there. I mean, he's liable by insurance, I guess.
What's the OSHA regulations in the North Pole? What?
I don't think there is one.
We'll just shit out this one. A man tries to give his family the best Christmas possible by inadvertently organizing a kidnapping, ruining his neighbor's marriage, and draining his city of power.
He got his family kidnapped.
He didn't get his family kidnapped. He organized a kidnapping inadvertently.
Okay, organized the kidnapping, drained the city of power, and what was that last one? Or third one? Second? I guess?
Ruining his neighbor's marriage.
Ruining his neighbor's marriage. I feel like I've seen that movie, and I will know for sure after I get the title
It is
here.
going to be very funny if you've seen this movie. It is going to be so funny. I really hope you've seen this movie.
And it's not going to be Fred Claus again because you haven't seen it. And also, it's not the movie. What is it?
A Christmas Vacation.
You mother... Damn it!
Okay, since you feel like you've seen this, we might have to go through a few fucking points. Because, oh my god, the route this movie has been on in this podcast.
Right?
The entire time you've been like, is that a movie?
Look,
That
I
can't
just
be
looked up
movie.
A Christmas Vacation and immediately pull up National Lampoon's fucking Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the movie that you were talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I definitely haven't seen it then.
I hope someone follows the entire timeline of, oh, I've never heard of that. A Christmas Vacation. Is that a title of a Christmas movie? I say the synopsis. Oh, I might have seen that movie.
It's yeah, that's something that happened there. I'm looking at the pictures and I have not seen it for sure.
So to give an explanation, inadvertently organizing kidnapping, he goes on a rant because there's a subplot in the movie about him not getting his Christmas bonus.
Okay.
And it turns out his Christmas bonus came and he thought it was going to be like a couple $1,000s, but it turned out to be a coupon at some like restaurant. And he started going on a rant about his boss, and his cousin was there, and his cousin has been wondering what Christmas present should he give. And he goes to his boss's house and kidnaps the old man and brings him over. Ruining his neighbor's marriage. It's a whole thing across the movie. Draining his city of power. He puts up so much Christmas decorations. He connects it, and the entire city of Chicago runs out of power. Anyways.
See, you know how I said I haven't seen the movie?
Jesus Christ.
I'm looking at a picture and it looks real fucking familiar.
Oh my God, dude. Then we'll just chalk it up to you've seen it once and you fucking forgot
That's
about
probably what happened.
it. All right,
Genuinely.
Last one.
Mm-hmm.
A slow descent into madness as you watch a man spiral further and further into debt, and self-loathing before a trip to a parallel universe shows him the true meaning of his life.
Started off real strong with It's a Wonderful Life, but then the parallel universe came in. Parallel universe? I ain't gonna know that shit. Go for it.
It's a Wonderful Life. It is. It is.
I quit. I quit. I fucking quit. Podcast is over. I'm out.
Well,
We're
it
showing
is
up
past
next week,
the
and
hour.
it's just gonna be Jackie.
Zachy.
Yeah, Zachy.
Well, that was the podcast. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Let us know your scores in the comments of the TikToks, of the YouTubes, of whatever. We realize TikTok is getting banned. We're still going to push out content until that day officially arrives. When that comes, me and him will just talk about what happens, and we'll let y'all know.
Yeah.
Make sure you like, rate, and share, especially rating, especially sharing. Rate it 5 stars. And when you rate it 5 stars, leave a review. Z, what's the kind of review that these boys can leave? These boys, girls, and everybody on YouTube.
That homie Z over there, an idiot. 5 stars though.
5 stars. Check out this dumbass.
Yeah, pretty much.
But share as well, whether or not that's clicking the crooked arrow, sharing that to whatever platform you want to share it onto, or word of mouth. If you're out in the world and someone comes up to you and they say, hey, I want to watch a fun little podcast on some Christmas media. Z, what do they say?
Well, you tell them to head on over to the boys Jackie and Z, where they even have a fun little game where Z fumbles the bag like 3 times when he had the answer.
Yeah, we have had 2 film quizzes towards the film guy, and you failed both of them.
Uh-huh. And this one was just bad because I didn't even... we for sure knew that I hadn't known the movies, and I guessed it while like, nah, it couldn't be. And it was.
This was the homies Jackie and Z.
That's me.
And we'll see y'all next Monday.
Peace out.